Let's quickly have a conversation about Payline data. And the thing is, I want to really talk about all the features, the costs, the alternatives, everything you need to know if you are considering Payline credit card processing. So here's a presentation I really want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about Payline, what are we talking about? Well, Payline data is actually a Chicago-based payment processor that can accept most credit and debit card payments, as well as e-checks and ACH transfers. So this is really important. Card payments, but also e-checks and ACH transfers. And so Payline has a very affordable pricing. We love the fact that they're pretty transparent. I'll speak about pricing later on, but we love the fact that you actually can integrate Payline data processes into your operations, not a problem. So Payline data actually offers merchant services with interchange plus pricing, a payment gateway, and a virtual terminal with no long-term contract. So this is really cool. Not having a long-term contract is really good because it gives you flexibility to sort of change things around. So this is really fantastic. So when you think about Payline data, think about a merchant account provider that has interchange plus pricing. Whether you are a small business or you are a mid-sized business or even a larger enterprise, you will find Payline data pretty interesting. What we love about Payline data also is that it accepts a wide variety of high-risk industries, including CBD and cannabis merchants. So this is kind of cool. And we love the fact that their prices are kind of cool too. For instance, you have interchange plus 0.4% and 10 cents for in-person transactions and $10 per month. So $10 per month, that's really good. And you also have interchange plus 0.75% and 20 cents for online transactions and $20 per month. So the pricing will vary by card type for manually keyed transactions. Okay. And, but overall, fantastic. They have 24/7 phone support, and they also have an online knowledge base. So if you have a question, they will really get back to you, not a problem. And on top of that, you are able to get a dedicated account manager no matter what. So this is kind of cool. And this is actually applicable for all kinds of industries. So we love that a lot. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So now let's talk about the pros and cons of Payline data. I want to first start with the pros, the positives. So when you think about Payline data, first of all, the price. So not only are Payline data's prices affordable, but also they're explicitly stated on their websites. So we're talking here about interchange rates, per transaction fees, and other fees. And the free calculator helps determine your monthly total, so you have a clear idea before you even engage with Payline data. So this is kind of cool. And also, if an issue let's say an issue ever arises with your service, you can stop using Payline at no cost. So, because you don't have a long-term contract with them. We also love the fact that they have great customer service. So Payline data provides a dedicated account manager for each merchant account. So this is kind of cool. And with a calendar service that customers can use to schedule a call back in as soon as 15 minutes. So if you have a problem, somebody will get back to you, not a problem. And according to a Payline data representatives, customers can actually expect to get a response to all phone and email questions within 24 hours. We tested it, and the average response time was around 18 hours, which is pretty decent. And account managers also offer a free onboarding session for new Payline users. So when you think about all the other positive aspects, they have transparent interchange plus pricing, month-to-month billing with no long-term contract. You have no early termination fee, ACH processing available. You have free virtual terminal, and you also have a player that accepts some high-risk industries. Now let's talk about the cons. So the pros are pretty good, right? Well, let's talk about the cons. First of all, we have seen on the internet a couple of negative reviews. So some reviews of Payline data have been less than positive, citing unexpected fees and a lack of transparency from sales reps. Though there are overall many positive reviews, some customers attested that they continue being charged monthly despite canceling their Payline data account. So this is one of those things where you want to really have a clear idea about every fee before you actually sign a contract with Payline data. And again, you can have a monthly contract, no need to have a long-term contract. And also another detriment here is that Payline is only available to US-based merchants, and they also have, in some cases, high interchange plus processing rates. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Payline data. Of course, we're speaking about credit card processing. Let's talk about the value added here. So when you think about Payline data, what kind of value does this provider actually add to your business? What we love is that Payline data's lineup of products and features is actually broad enough to meet the needs of most merchants, including retail, e-commerce, and omni-channel businesses. So it doesn't really matter what kind of industry you're in. Payline data actually has a service that will actually help you streamline your operations, especially when it comes to accepting credit card payments and debit card payments. So really, you have merchant accounts, you have high risk accounts, you have nonprofit accounts, you have a payment gateway that actually is inherent in Payline data's offer. You also have a virtual terminal, you have mobile payments, you have credit card terminals, you have POS systems, you have shopping cart integration. You have QuickBooks Enterprise and Premier integration. You have ACH processing. You have fraud protection, and you have Payline API. So here is a non-exhaustive list of, all the capabilities that Payline can actually add to your operation. So I want to quickly talk about the merchant account. So you have Payline data actually offers they offer full service merchant accounts, and so we're talking about everything from credit card processing, ACH, and so on and so forth. They also have high risk accounts. So you have nonprofits accounts. So Payline is one of several high quality providers that actually offer discounted processing rates to registered 501c3 charities and nonprofit organizations. So if you listen to me right now, if you're running a nonprofit, you can also take advantage of the company's commercial co-venture program to gain recurring donations by referring business customers to Payline data. So this is kind of cool. And there are no additional costs to you or your customer or your customers to actually sign up for this program. So it kind of really functions as an affiliate marketing sort of scheme. Okay. And we also love the payment gateway. So Payline data offers e-commerce merchants a choice between its proprietary Payline gateway, authorized.net, or the NMI gateway. So with any of these options, you'll have access to recurring billing. This is really good. You'll have electronic invoicing and a customer information vault. So that's kind of cool in terms of protecting your data. Fantastic. Let's talk about the setup here. So when we think about Payline data, credit card processing, how do you actually set up everything? How does Payline data work? So Payline data is a front-end processor. This is kind of important because when it comes to credit card processing, you really have to understand you have a front-end processor, and some providers are back-end processors. And so Payline data is a front-end processor, meaning it connects your business to credit card networks and provides authorization and settlement services with your merchant accounts. So, and what it does is that it really directly integrates into most shopping carts and POS systems. So what happens here is that everything will depend upon the sector you're in and upon the kind of customers you're engaging. Whether you engage with B2B or B2C or C2C, doesn't really matter. So depending on the nature of your business, and let's say the sales channels that you use, Payline offers several methods to make sure you are able to accept payments from your customers. So the whole thing here is that it's all about operational scalability. It's all about operational autonomy here. And again, the whole thing is you want to actually allow your customers to be able to pay for products and services. Okay. And Payline provides solutions for in-store, online, and mobile payments, as well as payment solutions for high-risk merchants, enterprise businesses, and healthcare services. So again, when you think about Payline data, I want you to think about a provider that actually that offers a whole constellation of services, a whole constellation of merchant accounts to different sectors. And Payline data partners with Verify's cardholder dispute resolution network to actually offer fraud and chargeback protection. So this is kind of cool. So we love that a lot. And for extra security, and the cool thing is Payline will require all customers to verify their CVV at checkout, and they also use an AVS check system to confirm address information. Okay, so this is really good. And you also have when you actually sign up with Payline Data, you have access to payment gateways. So if you're an e-commerce merchant, you will need a payment gateway in order to accept payments online. Payline Data actually provides an in-house solution that integrates with a variety of e-commerce platforms and shopping carts, including Shopify and BigCommerce. This is really good. You can use it to accept credit, debit, and electronic payments, process invoices, and arrange recurring payments. And the company also offers an API that allows developers to integrate Payline Data as a payment system into additional software products. And so you can expect funds from your merchant account to be deposited into your business bank account by the next day. So 24 hours is pretty decent. It's pretty standard in the industry, though. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Payline Data. This is a Payline Data credit card processing review. I want to talk about pricing, and I want you to look on the screen right now. Here is how the pricing looks like for Payline Data as of the date of this show. So Payline Data's pricing is affordable and transparent, especially when you compare it to a HealthSim or other players like National Processing and so on and so forth. So Payline Data, actually, the platform charges a monthly fee for in-person and online transactions, plus a per transaction fee on top of the interchange rate for the credit card used. So the first month is free. Okay, so in terms of the data here, you have interchange plus 0.4% and 10 cents for in-person transactions. I've said this before, so you also have $10 per month. You have interchange plus 0.75% and 20 cents for online transactions and $20 per month. And so it's important to note that the plan offerings in-person for brick and mortar merchants and online for e-commerce businesses cannot be combined. Okay, so both online and in-person plans are month to month and can be canceled at any time for any additional fee. And also PCI compliance is free and each chargeback is $25. So this is one of those things where you have to really be careful about the kind of plan you want to go for. Okay. So paying for the monthly fee for both plans is not really ideal. Payline Data is a better option for businesses that actually, based on our analysis, they require only in-person or online sales, but not both. Okay. You also have the Payline Data hardware. So the company offers a variety of card readers from Ingenico, MagTech, ID Tech, and Clover. It also sells Clover point of sale hardware, though you might save money by purchasing directly from Clover. You do not want to go to Payline to actually buy Clover equipment. Okay. So overall, when you think about Payline Data, I want you to think about Payline Data is one of those providers that actually that saves you money if you have an omni-channel strategy. Okay, as I said before, you do not want to have a presence in multiple channels. If you have an omni-channel strategy, then you will really appreciate the kind of offer that Payline Data has. Let's talk about the rivals here. So Payline Data is actually in a very crowded field. As I said before, you have National Processing, you have HealthSim, you have PayPal, Zettle, you have a lot of players. You have Shopify, you have Square, you have a lot of players. So I want to first talk about Square. I want to look at two. Okay, we don't have time for time's sake. I'm not going to be able to review all of them here today, but I will review only two. So when you think about Square and PayPal, Zettle, the first thing is for Square. You have the payment processing fees. You have 2.6% plus 10 cents for in-person transactions, 2.9% plus 30 cents for online transactions, 3.5% plus 15 cents for manually keyed transactions, 3.3% plus 30 cents for invoices. So you really can see here that when it comes to Square is pretty on the expensive side. Okay, especially when you compare Square to let's say Payline Data or HealthSim or National Processing, for instance. So we like Square, by the way, though, because even though the rates are a bit higher than Payline's, Square doesn't charge a monthly fee and provides a full range of POS hardware and software for a variety of businesses. And if you want to have all your e-commerce and commerce needs met with one vendor, Square is a good way to go, really. And also they've been in the industry for a lot of years now, so this is really fantastic. So that's for Square. What about PayPal Zettle? For PayPal Zettle, you have payment processing fees such as follows. You have 2.29% plus 9 cents for in-person and QR code transactions. You have 3.49% plus 9 cents for manual entry card transactions. And you have 3.49% plus 49 cents for invoicing transactions. You can see here also that we are basically talking about a higher priced player, by the way. So PayPal is one of the largest payment processors in the world, period. And they also offer per transaction fees that are similar to Square's. Like Payline Data, it has solutions for brick and mortar and e-commerce merchants, plus mobile payments involving invoicing and ACH transfers. And PayPal also offers financing options, shipping services, and a debit card. So like Payline Data, PayPal integrates with most POS systems, all of which make it a great option, in our view, for small to medium businesses. Before I close to this conversation, I really want to share with you some extras. So if you're considering Payline Data credit card processing, some extras will be really pretty relevant to you. I want to first talk about the sales and advertising transparency. So Payline Data's website is clean and easy to navigate. We've tested it. It's really, really great in terms of UX, in terms of UI. Fantastic. The information provided is not as extensive as it could be though, but a standard pricing and contract model is really disclosed, which is better than what you will get from most other providers, because some providers want you to contact them. They want you to call customer service before getting the pricing data. So while Payline's website is an excellent advertising vehicle to get potential customers in the door, the bulk of the work of setting up accounts can be done by a sales team composed of both in-house and independent sales representatives. Okay. So the use of independent agents frequently leads to problems in the merchant accounts industry, but that's not the case with Payline Data. So what happens here is that you'll get the same high level of support and integrity, whether you're working with one of the company's employees or an independent agent. So this is what we love a lot in terms of how to set up Payline Data's processors into your operation. And so Payline Data has deserved plenty of credit for providing, in our view, again, adequate training and supervision to all its agents. It also helps that many of the issues that frequently get independent agents in trouble, such as failing to provide accurate information about rates, contract length, or early termination fees, are already fully disclosed by the company before you ever talk to an agent. So this is kind of cool. Just want to quickly remind you that there is no long-term contract. Okay. So there are standard contracts come with month-to-month billing and no early termination fee. So no ETF. In other words, you can close your account at any time, not a problem, and for any reason without paying a penalty or worrying about being charged for months after your account is closed. Be aware that you will have to return any free equipment that came with your account promptly. Okay. And so this is actually the best arrangements you can hope for in the processing industry, where long-term contracts and expensive cancellation fees have long been the norm in our view. And so one word of caution though, if you are a high-risk merchant, you probably won't be on a standard contract and you might not be offered such flexible terms. So be sure to read your merchant agreement carefully so you will know your contract length and whether you have to worry about an ETF, an early termination fee. So what is our verdict here? So basically, is Payline Data worth it or not? In our view, yes, this player is definitely worth it. You just have to be careful about a few things. First of all, be careful about account freezes and holds. Be careful about customer service that can be a little problematic at times. But overall, this is a great player. They have fair rates, they have fair pricing. Customer service is overall fantastic, and you have a positive sales experience. At least that's what we have actually we have seen from our own eyes, rather. So we love the fact that you have month-to-month billing. We love the fact that you have no early termination fee. We love the fact that you have an exclusive interchange plus pricing model. This is really good. So in our view, Payline Data really offers all of the primary features to look for in selecting a reputable merchant accounts provider for your business. And the company's ample customer support options and low complaint volume make it a strong contender, especially for nonprofits and healthcare practices and also medical businesses. Okay, so this is kind of cool. We also love the fact that Payline Data actually has a broad line of terminals, card readers, and POS systems, which you can actually purchase upfront when you open your account. Okay, and so this is one of those things where you have to ask all questions beforehand, so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into. And one thing I also want to say here is that when you think about Payline Data, we want to say we will definitely recommend this player, especially because they have been revamping their security protocols for the last 6 years. So we love that, and they are constantly upgrading their equipment. They're constantly upgrading their services. They're constantly upgrading their data compliance, the data security protocols also. So this is really fantastic. Just be aware that there have been some negative complaints around the customer service, and in some cases around pricing. But overall, we have seen a positive player. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about Payline Data credit card processing. This was a review. So let me do a quick recap here. So I spoke to you about the presentation. I'll give you the presentation about the firm, the pros and cons, the value added, the setup, the pricing, the rivals, the extras, and finally, our verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.